Hello.
Hello. Good evening, Mrs. Desiree.
Hi.
Oh, this is your first time, right?
Yes.
Oh, right. Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
May you be happy. Sukhihotu.
Huh?
May you be happy.
What?
I mean, may you be happy.
Oh, thank you. Have you ever done meditation to balance the chakras?
Excuse me?
Do you ever do meditation to balance the chakras?
Chakras? Oh, chakras?
Yes.
Oh no. This is breathing meditation, Mrs. Desiree.
Oh, okay.
So here we teach breathing meditation.
Okay.
Yeah. Just like even that way. Right. I think time is right. Right. Everyone, please say it 3 times together. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Sadhu.
Good evening to everyone. First of all, let me wish you all again a very happy spiritual evening. So today is the 7th April. Today too, we are going to make this evening a very precious evening by practicing this noble non-sectarian meditation, the breathing meditation. So the old students, they are practicing the third step of breathing meditation. But the beginners, newcomers, they are asked to practice the first step of breathing meditation. If I describe it in brief, so please pay your entire attention to the normal natural breath. So when it is coming in, please be fully aware. And when it is going out, please be fully aware. And when the breath comes in, don't go with the breath all the way in. Instead, stop your observing at the end of your nostrils. When the breath goes in, there is a curved place where the breath goes and touches. So please be aware up to that point. And when it comes back to, it will touch the very same area, and then it will go out, right? So when it is coming in, please keep on observing. When it is going out, please keep on observing. And if it is long, please be aware. So if it is short, please be aware. If it is gross, if it is soft, please be aware. And then, so don't regulate the breath. Always let it come, let it go naturally, normally as it is. So, and at the same time, don't favor any breath. One breath may be gross, one breath may be soft. So one breath, sometimes you will realize that breath is very, very soft. That means very tender. So sometimes you might feel like a small thread. It is just that experience is just like feeling a small thread going in and going out. At such times too, just keep on being aware. Don't feel afraid if you cannot catch the breath. So just keep on being aware about the normal natural breath. So um, so if you feel like you are losing breath, that means if you don't feel the gross breath or the soft breath, and at such times, very patiently, please keep on being aware about your nose. Then sometimes you might feel that soft breath. If you don't feel, so then please take intentionally as breathe in and breathe out intentionally for several times. Then after that, stop and again let the natural breath come and go. Right. The most important thing is the concentration that you develop with it. Right. So let your concentration build up, let your inner peace and inner happiness build up. So do your thing very patiently, with a very calm mind, with a very quiet mind. Keep on observing the breath as it is. So today too, before we start the meditation, I want to uh, teach you something that you have to apply into your life. So this is important to apply so that you will be able to develop in the meditation practice, right? So you can close it half. So so excuse me. So today I always teach you that not to be afraid. But today I'm going to do a special teaching about four kinds of fears that you need to develop with. So in brief, these are the four kinds of fears that you need to develop within before you do something. Before you do something in your life. So whenever whenever you are going to do some kind of physical action, whenever you are going to tell a word, and whenever you are going to think a thought, so please be aware. Be aware to measure them. To measure them as whether this action, this mental action, vocal action, or physical action is harmful for me, harmful for the other, harmful for both of us. Is this action, check whether this action is not beneficial for you, not beneficial for the other, not beneficial for both of you. If it is so, leave that action, avoid that action, let that action come. Please do this out of these four fears, because consequences are bound to come. And this first fear that you should have is the fear of you. Fear of you. You have to be afraid of you. Whenever you didn't do the right thing, the nice thing, the proper thing, the first person who will accuse you and who will ridicule you is not the outsiders. Your own consciousness will ridicule you, will scold at you, and will criticize you. You can run anywhere, but you can't get rid of it. You have to understand. So that's number one. You have to be afraid of yourself. And being afraid of yourself, with the fear of yourself, you should not do wrong actions. You should not take the wrong decisions. You have to be mindful. Second fear that you need to develop in your life, for sure, the fear of others. Whenever you did the wrong action, you are bound to get scolded, ridiculed, and cornered by the other people, right? So, second reason that you should not do wrong things in life, should not do wrong actions in life, because of the fear of others. Third fear that you need to develop with. So sometimes you might not believe in the next life. So some of you might believe, but for sure there is a next life. So sometimes we can ask someone, last year, that means 2022, on April 7th, and for the dinner, what did you eat? Can you remember? You can't remember. So that's how our memory is. Then how can we remember about the past life? It's a long time. But it doesn't mean past life doesn't exist, right? So past life exists and future lives also exist. So we have to understand, if we do any kind of wrong action, the consequences are bound to come. Certain wrong actions, the results of certain wrong actions won't result in this very life. They will result in the next life, upcoming life. When those things happen, you, even though you don't remember, it doesn't matter. You are the one who did it. You have to pay for it. Right? So because of that fear, because since you will be able to face the consequences in upcoming lives, you should not take wrong decisions. You should not do wrong actions. This is the third fear that you need to develop with. And fourth fear that you need to develop within is because of the legal system. So certain wrong actions. So if the police they could catch, then they could prove, then definitely you are bound to pay the consequences. Pay for the consequences. So you will be jailed, you will be fined, and so you have to face the actions, legal actions of the government. So because of that fear, we should not do wrong action. So these are the four kinds of fears that we need to develop with, right? So, and develop these four and try to let go, try to avoid being mindful, try to let go as much as negative actions. Let it be physical, let it be vocal, let it be mental. Try to let go as much as negative actions that you're already doing. And so then persuade yourself not to start the wrong actions that you have not yet started. Try to purify your inside, and it will help for sure in your spiritual growth, in your meditation practice, right? So keep these four fears in mind and develop them. The other kinds of fears, don't develop. So be brave. But these four fears, they are important to have, right? I wish you all kinds of spiritual success. And for all students, I would like to remind again. So please pay your entire attention to the area below the small triangular area below the nostrils and above the upper. So that is for all students, not newcomers. So within this small triangular area, when the breath comes and touches, please be fully aware. Please be fully aware. Don't go with the breath all the way in. Don't don't go with the breath all the way in. Just observe the touch of the breath within this small triangle. And when the touch of the breath is not there, stay there, observing the sensations. There may be various kinds of sensations popping up. Maybe coldness, maybe heat, maybe a tingling sensation, itching sensation, various kinds of sensations. Maybe sometimes you will feel the pulse throbbing, right? Blood circulating, or any sensation. Keep on observing the sensation as it is. As it is, don't imagine. Just face the reality of the present moment, right now. Right? Don't imagine. So just keep on observing the present current sensation. Right? And give your entire attention. So don't leave any attention behind. Everything, the whole focus. Give your whole focus to your object, meditation object. Right? So keep on observing the breath as it is. Keep on observing the touch of the breath within that small triangle area as it is. So work very ardently, with a very strong determination, developing enormous courage, giving you everything. Now everyone, please keep your back straight, neck straight, head straight. Please keep your right palm on your left palm. Now please close your eyes. As usual, first I will pay our respect to the Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha, and then we are going to start today's silent meditation. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Itimiso bhagava arahang samma sambuddho vijjacharana sampanno sugato lokamino anuttaro purisa dhamma sarati satta deva manussanam muddho bhagavati Swakato bhagavatanam sannitthiko akaliko ehi passiko opanaiko paccattam veditappo vinyuhiti sopanippanno bhagavato savaka sangho Ujupanipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Nyaya patipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Sami panipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Yadinam chattari purisa yugani Ate purisa puggalam Ese bhagavato savaka sangho Ahuneyo pahuneyo Nakineyo anyali karaniyo Anutterang punyakitang lokasati. Satu, satu, satu. With a very calm mind, with a very quiet mind, with an alert, very attentive mind, with a very balanced mind, very patient mind. Everyone, please start your meditation. If you are practicing the first step of breathing meditation, please do so. If you are practicing if you are a no student, please keep on practicing the third step of breathing meditation. Whatever the meditation technique that you are practicing right now, may your meditation practice be very, very successful. Very, very successful. Everyone, please start the practice right now. Now let's share a loving kindness in breath. Keep your eyes closed. If your legs are hurting, you can change the posture, but keep the eyes closed all the time. Let's share our loving kindness. First, let's share our loving kindness with ourselves. Please spread loving kindness towards yourself. May I be well. May I be happy. May I be peaceful. May I be very peaceful. Please spread loving kindness towards yourself first. Now, let's spread loving kindness towards our parents, teachers, relatives, and friends. May my dear mother, may my dear father, may my teachers, relatives, and friends be well, be happy, be peaceful. May they be very peaceful. Please spread loving kindness towards them. Now, let's spread our loving kindness towards the people who are in the middle. The neutral people who are neither our friends or our enemies. May all the neutral people be well, be happy, be peaceful. Please spread loving kindness towards the neutral people. Now let's spread our loving kindness towards the enemies. First of all, please ask forgiveness for the mistakes that you did towards them. At the same time, please forgive for the mistakes that they did. No use of keeping grudges and suffering. So please spread loving kindness towards the enemies too. May my enemies also be well. May my enemies also be happy. May my enemies also be peaceful. May they be very peaceful. Now, everyone, please spread your love and kindness towards all the beings, not only human beings, visible, invisible, all the beings. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings be very peaceful. Spread your love and kindness towards all the beings, all the beings. Now, everyone very slowly and calmly, please open your eyes. Take a deep breath, let it go. Take another deep breath, let it go. Let yourself calm down. Now everyone, please join your palms together and please say 3 times. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Dear Dham friends, hope everything went well. It's not easy. It is not a cakewalk. We have to work hard. Just like the other things that you do, this is also something that you have to work hard. But especially, this is related to your mind. So it's something very it's something that you have to give your entire strength, right? Entire focus. And so whenever you say, let yourself calm down. So keep everything aside that are related to you, right? Work stuff, home stuff, that stuff, this stuff, wishes, everything. Keep all those things behind and give your everything to your breath. And keep on focus. And don't think about the breath that has already gone. Don't think about the breath that that is bound to come. Just be now. Enjoy this moment. Right? That's how you are practice. So I was teaching you about the 4 kinds of 4 friends of meditation. Not only these are 4 friends of meditation, these are 4 friends of life too. So I taught you the first one. Who is the first friend? Dinesha? Who is the first friend? Mrs. Chanti? Yes, willingness is the first one. So if we don't have willingness, we are not going to practice well. Right? So who is the second friend? Yes, courage is the third friend. So the second friend is, let me ask, so Jaime, who is the second friend?
Positive mindset.
Yes. So the second one is the positive mindset. That means, so if you don't have the will, the willingness, so you are not going to do that. So then second one, if you don't have a strong mind, you are not going to do. If you don't have the courage, you are not going to do. And number 4 is the reflection. In Pali, we call it vimansa. Chanda, Chitta, Virya, and vimansa. If you don't have the ability to reflect and see the positive side, and if you don't have the ability to reflect and to check where you are heading, right? So then you are not going to develop in the practice. Reflection is very important. So nowadays, well, most of us exactly don't know about the roads. So if we ask from the old people who lived here in Santa Clara for maybe so the old generation, they know the roads, but nowadays generation they don't know the roads exactly. Why? They always go with Google Map or Apple Map, something. That's good. So if you don't exactly check the map whenever you want to go somewhere, if you don't check the map, then what will happen? You will always go in a wrong road, right? So we should have the ability to check the map, to obtain the eternal peace and eternal happiness. We should move forward. It doesn't mean we do anything and everything that comes to our mind. No, we have to reflect. We have to check whether we are going in the right direction. So this is the 4th frame that you need to have when you practice. Reflection, right? Vimansa. So, so it's, I told before too, it's very okay to be doubtful. Whenever you practice, you have to doubt whether I'm practicing well. Do I understand the practice well? So am I practicing it in the right way, the correct way, the way that you develop inner happiness and inner peace with it? So you have to check, you have to reflect, right? So if you don't reflect yourself, then you are lacking the 4th frame. You are not friendly with the 4th frame of meditation. So whenever you practice a particular kind of spiritual practice, so let it be Buddhism, Hinduism, or Christianity, or so any religion. So we have to be aware where the teacher is going, where the teaching is going, right? Where the practice is going, because there are so many people that manipulate the others. We were talking about this before we start. So in Africa, I'm not going to talk about the religion. One religious teacher told his followers that he got a divine command to eat grass, to go to heaven. The blind followers, they went to the field, and this was a big news at that time. So they went to a field and they ate grass, just like cows. And there are so many cases which happened in 70s, 80s, and even 90s here. So I don't want to think about those. So somehow we have to have the frame of reflection. If not only in your meditation practice, in your day-to-day life too, you will go in the wrong direction, right? So you have to have reflection. Whether I'm doing the right thing, you have to reflect. You have to check, right? So Buddha says, as a meditation practitioner, you have to do these 6 steps. You have to follow these 6 steps, these psychological steps, practical steps when you practicing. Number one in those days Pali, Sussusati. Sussusati means you hear. Sussusati means you hear deeply, sharply, giving your entire attention. Now that's the number one. So you have to listen and digest. You have to get it by listening very carefully, not blind listening, listening with wisdom. Right? You should have third eye. Two eyes, not only these two eyes are not enough. You have to have the third eye, wisdom. So with wisdom, you listen. And then Sotang Odahati. Sotang Odahati means not only you listen and get it, you have to think on it. Odahati means, in those days language, Odahati means, so you claim. Sotang means the thing that you heard. So within 1 hour and 15 minutes, I can't teach you the whole teaching. So there are certain things that you have to think better, think well, and absorb. Not only you live, I just give you the theory, but I can't take you to Nibbana. So I can't. So I can attain enlightenment myself, but I can't attain enlightenment for you. So you have to practice, and you have to attain. So you have to think very careful. What I heard, what did I hear? And is it right? Is it beneficial? Is it nice? Is this the proper way? Like that, you have to think. And without any colored glasses, open mind. And then you wisely consider, wisely think. And then, so anyaya chittang upattapet. So when you, so not only that, you develop the mind to know. So you should have the willingness to know. If you don't have the willingness to know, you are not going to understand, right? So attangandha. So by doing all those three things, you get the most important factors out of that teaching. So attangandha, anattang rinchati. So the things, that you think as roles or that kind of things, you don't focus on them. So sometimes some people listen to Dhamma talks, but they only think about the way how that Bhante or the teacher did. So the way how that teacher did various kinds of, so gestures. So sometimes when they speak, so they say oh, like that, right? They only think about those things, but they don't focus on the thing, the important factor that teacher wanted to say, right? So we always should get the meaning and not the flaws. Anatta rigidity, the thing, the flaws, we have to let those things. Sometimes that's why, even though someone is not much knowledgeable, we have to listen. There may be something. Whenever we have to listen, we should listen. And there may be something that we don't know, but which is included in that lecture. Maybe that is the only thing that you learn. That's enough, right? So you listen very carefully and you let go, which is the flaws. Anattam rinchati. Then anulopikaya kantiya samannagato. Now you know that, right? So with carefulness, very carefully, with awareness, you practice. practically. While you are practicing too, you have to be aware, right? Right now I am here, right now I am, right now I am, like that. From moment to moment, throughout the journey, you have to be aware. Then, so there is another way that Buddha taught. If we have time, then then I will teach you that one too. So this is the method. So what is it? First, you listen very carefully. So number two, you listen very carefully, and then you clean. You clean out the thing that you already had. You clarify, give clarification, clarity of mind, and then then after that, so you develop the eagerness to know it, to practice and know it by your own experience, right? So, for an example, small, I don't give deep example. For an example, I told you that since some of you were practicing for a long time, if you dedicate time and if you work hard, certain deep experiences might come. You might be able to experience. So that's why I told one factor, so that you might encounter. So I told you that sometimes you might feel the breath just like a thread, right? When your mind becomes smooth and smooth and smooth, when it becomes calmer and calmer and calmer, when it becomes very patient, very calm. So the body doesn't need too much oxygen and the mind becomes very light. So what happens? The breath becomes very shuttle. That means very very thin. Yeah, very shuttle. And then you start feeling like the breath, you start feeling it like a thread, incoming thread, outgoing thread. Then first you think you become scared. If you are a very beginner, you become scared. You think, oh, am I dead? You are not dead because you have the body here, and you even thought that am I dead? You are not dead. You are not out of body at the out of body experience. What has happened is your mind has become very calm, very calm. So I told you that then you will have this experience. But one meditator listen to this part, not the other parts. That person thinks, oh, oh, I want that. I want that. I want that experience. I have never felt the breath like a thread. I want it. Somehow I want it. So that person sits, and within 5 minutes, that person wants to experience it. It won't happen. It won't happen. Why? It is not to have. So the factors have not met to happen like that. Your concentration level should go up to that level. It's not easy. So somehow when you work hard, you reach. So you have to be fully aware that you are going in the right direction. And then, so the thought process, you have to be aware about your thinking too. You have to shape your mind. So you have to shape your mind and you have to be aware whether I am always staying with loving kindness, compassion, sympathetic joy, and equanimity. Loving kindness means you know what is loving kindness and you know compassion. And what is sympathetic joy? I ask, what is sympathetic joy? Can you remember? Not from Mr. Douglas today, from I told them on the previous time. Can you remember what is sympathetic joy? Very nice. Well, I'm proud of you, Ms. Shanti. You remember. So sympathetic joy is feeling happy when the other people are successful. Very nice. And what is equanimity? Mr. Howard, are you there? Or Mrs. Diane? All right. Jaime?
Equanimity,
Yes?
I believe it's inner peace, always changing.
Yes. So balance of mind. Balance of mind.
Balance of mind.
Yeah, balance of mind. Very nice. So, Jaime. So, balance of mind. So that is equality. So you have to be aware. So, uh, when you develop it to very good level, so negative thoughts won't come and overpower you. Let me tell you a story. Which happened during the Buddhist time. Bhante Bakkule, Bhante Bakkule, he lived for 160 years. So at that time, so some Bhantes passed away in the 30, 40. Some Bhantes passed away 60, 80. Some Bhantes passed away when they were 120. But Bhante Bakkula had the longest life. He lived 160 years. And he attended both both Sangha councils. The first Sangha council, which happened after 3 months after the Buddha's demise, and then the second Sangha council, which happened so many years, I think 100 years later. So both times, Bhante Bakkula was there, right? All the other monks changed. So during those 106 years, but Bhante Bakkula was there. So one day, one lay person who was inquisitive, uh, so he came to Bhante Bakkula and asked. So he asked a very inappropriate question from a monk. So he asked, how many times did you sleep with the lady? And then Bhante Bakkula smiled, and even though it's an arrogant question, which should not be asked from Bhante Bakkula smiled. And Bhante Bakkula said very compassionately, this is not the way how you should ask the question. Then that person said, then how should I ask the question? Throughout, after becoming a monk, throughout your life, how many times you develop thoughts of sensual pleasure? That's how you should ask the question. Then he asked the question like that. Then Bhante Bakkula said, I became an enlightened monk when I was 20 years old. At that time, 140 years old. So up to now, my age is 140 years. Throughout 120 years time, I don't remember any time that I developed any thoughts of sensual pleasure, because he is enlightened. So Bhante Bakkula is enlightened. So no more such kind of thoughts. So that's how much sharp, that is the sharpness of the mind that they have. So he was reflecting his mind over and over and over again. Right? We have to reflect our mind. We have to check whether we always stay with loving kindness, compassion, sympathetic joy, and equanimity. What are the 4 things? Loving kindness, compassion, sympathetic joy, and equanimity. Right? So we have to be aware. Right. Then whenever you trigger oh, I have this kind of negative thought with it. What should you do? That is the third part of, not only you know by practicing Vimansa, not only you reflect whether you have negativity, you have to let those things go. How to let those things go? Number one, so you nadivase. Number one, you should not tolerate that. Negative thought comes, let's say anger. You generate anger, but you should not like anger. Number one, if you start liking anger, you practice adivasi. Adivasi means you like it. Number one, you should not tolerate it. I don't like this. I don't like me burning. I don't like these burning sensations with it. I don't want that. Adivasi, nadivasi. So then these are Buddhist psychological methods. So we have more, but this is not the time. Already 9:45. Nadivasi, you don't like it. You don't tolerate it. I want to get rid of it. You have to think right away. Nadivasi. So then vinodeti. So you try to push it away. How to push away? Is it something like this stand that you can push? No. How to push away? You have to think about it in a way that you can push it. You understand this is impermanent. This is a temporary thought. This comes and goes away. I should not miss the situation. I have to stay with whatever it happens. I will stay with loving kindness. I will stay with compassion. I will stay with sympathetic joy. I will stay with equanimity. I don't shake myself. This is temporary. I don't miss. I don't want this. I won't tolerate this. I will let this go. You fight. You fight back. And then we know that. Then gradually, when you fight back, you do pajahati. You give up. You give up. You try to give up. And so until, let's say there is an iron rod which is very hot. Until you keep it, until you hold on to that one like this, your hand is burning. When you let it go, it's gone. It's gone. Pajahati. You have to let it go. I don't, even though it's coming, I don't like it. I don't want you. If you stay, you stay. If you go, you go. I will think the opposite side. I don't want you. And you let it go. Pajahati. And then you let it go. But so again, you have to stay with reflection. What reflection? Byanti karo. You have to stay staring with it. It comes back again. Some of them you feel like they are gone, but they are not gone. They are there, but hiding. So you have to stay aware. And so whether they are fully gone, byanti karo. And anabhavanga, you have to destroy it to the level not to come back again. This is the way how you practice. Vimansa is the fourth friend. Reflection. So there are 4 friends that I taught you. Number 1, right? Number 1. Mr. Douglas.
I just remember equanimity. That's number 3.
All right. No, willingness. Willingness. Number 2, chitta. That means strong mind. Very nice. Jaime told that too. And then somebody from the online audience. 3rd one, not Jaime, someone else.
Determination.
Yeah, very nice. Number 3, so very strong determination, the courage. Very nice, Miss Grace. And then Number 4, Ms. Shanti. Yes, reflection. These are the 4 friends. Keep them with you. Be a friend of them. And not only you make a friend, you should not be a fake friend. You always maintain friendship with them. You have to let them grow with them. Later on, they'll help you to develop in the Dhamma path a lot. And finally, practicing the Dhamma well. Practicing this noble practice, meditation practice well, you will be able to, they will help you and guide you to attain real peace, real happiness in the path. Right? So everyone, work hard. Now everyone, please think today to all of us gathered here, practice this noble non-sectarian meditation technique and accumulated a lot of positive. First of all, let's share this positive energy with all the sick people that we know. May gain this positive energy. May all of them gain their good health and may they be able to live their life comfortably. May this positive energy be with all of us and may our lives thrive with prosperity and all kinds of positive emotions. And may you be able to develop in the Dhamma path further and further and further. And finally, may all of us attain the real peace, real happiness, Nibbana. With those thoughts, everyone, please concentrate. I'm going to bless. Abhivadana senisse nichang vada pachayin Chattaro dhamma vadanti ayuvanno sukhang balang ayurarogya sampatti sagga sampatti nevache ato nibbana sampatti iminati samijjato. May you all be well, may you all be happy, may you all be very peaceful, very peaceful. Sukhi hoto, sukhi.
Sadhu, 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 Bhante.
May you be happy, may you be happy. Right. Good night to everyone. See you in the next week. Sukhi. Right. Good night, Jaime.
Good night, Bhante.
Good night, Miss Grace.
Good night, Bhante.
Good night, Rahul and Pragati.